What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm your host, DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show. Got my guy, Philip Wilson, out in Maryland. We're going to talk to some NBA trades. It's been a cataclysmic weekend, man. We definitely got to talk. I did an article on the Luka-AD trade, but man, I said, nah, I got to do an episode 2 if I have time. But here, working from home, I said we can do a quick little reaction, just talking about Luka-AD trade, and then we can talk about Fox to Spurs. Those are the two main I want to get to. But first things first, make sure you guys leave a like on the episode and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and leave a review on the audio podcast. I want to always try to get better, so leave me reviews and what I can work on and stuff like that. Leave a 5-star rating. Share anybody you know who loves sports. Phil, how you doing? I know you're wearing a Lakers jersey right now.
Yeah, I added on something. I was working from home, so I was in my work from home clothes. I was like, let me throw some sports related on. But bruh, this trade. I mean, first of all, when I got the news, it was late at night. My man texted me saying, he was like, just WTF, and he showed the image of the notification, and I didn't get it yet. And I'm like, bro, that's fake. That's not real. Like, stop. Like, there's no way. Cause I saw it, obviously Luka, you see AD, and I'm like, that's not happening. That literally wouldn't even work in 2K. And then I get the thing.
My 2K didn't work.
Oh no, like, bro, I couldn't even believe it. I was shocked, and obviously, the following morning, we heard all the reports of like how it went down, all the like kind of to me the shady stuff of the fact that like him being like out of quote unquote out of shape, and just how they didn't really want to commit to him, as far as the supermax that he would have probably been offered had he stayed with the Mavericks, $345 million, and then now with him being a Laker, that's not even gonna happen. I didn't even know. I guess I didn't even see that part of the CBA that if you're traded, you can't even get that kind of money.
Yeah, I was reading up a little bit.
I had no idea. That was insane to me. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So for that to happen, I mean, I can't even imagine how Luka feels. Reportedly, he was stunned. I'd want to fight Nico personally, because I'm like, you cost me $117+ million. Of money I could have gotten. I mean, obviously, you're gonna make money.
He's worth that too. Like, this is
it's like, you worth
generational talent. Like,
and I'm like, how taxes work in Dallas versus compared to LA, California. So I'm like, man, like, this is unbelievable. But like, I mean, from the basketball standpoint, I see it as like, obviously being a Laker fan, I'm not mad about it. Obviously, like, we got a great player, but I'm like, to me, it's like, you got guys who play a very similar style. For one, number two, that style does not involve defense. So,
LeBron at this stage of his career, it's not Miami LeBron with Luka. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's not the same thing, and I'm like, I don't see how that works for the right now. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I love having both players, but I just don't see how that works defensively as of right now. Obviously, you assume you're going to add a lot. We're going to add more pieces. We're going to need to add a center, things like that. But I'm like, I'm just confused. So, like, as far as like that fit compared to the Mavs, AD wanted to play the 4. He always said that. Apparently, there was conversation about the Lakers being, annoyed about how he's mentioning that. I'm like, he's always been about that. They want a championship him playing that way. So it worked, obviously, right? So it works great with that Kyrie AD pick and roll. You got Gafford, playing center, or Lively as well when he gets healthy from his injury. So I mean, the Mavericks should be a very dangerous team with those two guys together.
Exactly. I was sleeping when it came out. It came out like late Saturday night. I was not. And I have my phone DND, and then I'm like, there we go. Like, my friend's like, yo, DJ, did he see the news? Yo, DJ, did he hear Luka's a link? Yo, DJ, yo. And I'm like, what is going on? And I'm like, Shams said, yes, I'm not hacked. Yeah, the fact that
I saw that too. I saw it too, bro.
Because nobody believed it. Shams had to literally say before he went into the trade, yes, I am not hacked. This is real.
Yes.
It's crazy. And Shams, I'm sure AJ Morgan asked you, he could have broke the Woj bomb on this.
It's a Shams bomb now, bro.
Shams bomb now. I'm just like, and then I had to rub my eyes. I thought I was hallucinating. I was like, what? I said, no way. And then when I saw Shams did it, I said, oh, Chris Haynes said it confirmed too. I was like, oh yeah, this is real. So this is a full trade, everybody. So Lakers are receiving from Dallas Mavericks Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and let me look at that was Luka Doncic, Maxi Kleber, and they also received, I'm looking at that right now.
Gotcha.
Markieff Morris.
Yes.
Mavericks received Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and the 2029 first round pick. And then Utah, it was a 3-team trade deal, so Utah Jazz were involved. They're not really even talked
So I
about.
was like, okay,
There's
whatever.
nobody really significant. Jalen Hood-Schifino, 2 second-round picks. The main headlines are Luka and AD.
For
It's the
sure.
first time in NBA history 2 All-NBA players have been traded for each other in the mid-season. Like, usually, we never see this during the middle of the season.
Never.
And
Absolutely.
I'm going to be honest. My initial reaction was like, whoa. I was like, this makes no sense. I'm like,
It
I
doesn't.
love AD. All-time great player, top 75, one of the best two-way bigs we've ever seen, one of the best lob finishers we've ever seen in NBA history. But Luka's in another stratosphere, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Luka's in another stratosphere. Like, the dude is 6 years younger. He just led your team to the finals. Nico Harrison, what are you doing? Like, what? Yes, I know he talked about, defense wins championships and all that. I read the quote and everything. I'm just paraphrasing what he said. Yeah, like how defense wins championships, and he believes, like, AD gives him the best chance to do that. But when you trade away probably the best offensive talent since LeBron, like, this guy's generational. Like, you see what he's done in his first 7 years in the league? Bro, he had 5 straight NBA first team selections. He has more NBA first team selections than Stephen Curry and Bill Russell combined in their careers. And those are 2 top 10 players all time.
That's insane.
Like, the production he's done in such a short span of time, he's already a first ballot Hall of Famer if he retired today. Like, and yes, I know conditioning, yes, this and that, but you don't just trade him for AD and a bag of chips. Like, and the fact that you didn't even shop him either, like, no NBA GMs execs, nobody had no clue. Like, they were all stunned too, which is saying a lot because stuff usually gets leaked out and things of that nature. No, or usually the player wants out. Luka didn't want out. He wanted to stay in Dallas. He thought he was going to spend his career there. AD didn't want to leave the Lakers. And that's what's shocking about both of this. Like, neither one of the players wanted to get traded. And the fact that he trades someone like Luka's caliber, man, you better. Short term, I said, okay. And that's why I said, kind of glad I didn't do it yesterday because I wanted to process everything.
Me too.
And then, like, short term, I said, okay, this is a better trade short term for the Mavericks. I think AD, him and Kyrie, that pick and roll, man, it's gonna be scary. I think it's gonna. If AD stay, AD's been healthy the last few years. I know he's injured right now. I know a lot of people on the internet trolls are saying, "Oh yeah, he's hurt right now. Look at that." But, like, bro, if you look the last 2 seasons, I know he had that era where he was street clothes after the 2020 title run. But the last 2 seasons, he's been remotely healthy. He's been
not Embiid. He's not Embiid.
Yeah, he's giving me like 25, 12, and 2 blocks. Like, this guy's been a monster this season. He's having one of the best years of his career. Short term, I could get where Nico Harrison is going, even though I disagree with what happened. But yes, AD gives you that two-way force that you need. But then again, it's kind of cluttered in the front court. I mean, AD gets to play where he wants to play now, to play the 4 position, the power forward, which he's been talking about. He had that ESPN segment with Shams Charania where he said, I just believe we need a center, and I feel like we could be right there in contention. And I see, like I said, Deuces, you say you want a center? We'll trade you away to American Airlines Center.
That's crazy.
But you got 2 centers right there with Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively. So he's not really going to play the 5 as much anymore. Now he can roam and play the 4. But the thing is, I'm worried about, yes, he could shoot the mid-range, but he's not an elite 3-point shooter. It's not like he's KD or Dirk from 3-point range. How's that spacing going to work? That's what I'm interested to see. I know they have Klay Thompson there who can space the floor. Kyrie Irving's a good shooter too, and they have a lot of good wings in Dallas, a lot of good young players, athletic, get downhill. But Kyrie and AD, both of them are great players, Hall of Famers, but none of them were never guys who were number 1 guys that led your team to a deep conference finals run or the title. Like AD, yes, he had that dominant run in the bubble, but he had LeBron. Like, this guy's already dope. Like, LeBron, LeBron was still more. He's not as athletic. Yes, he's still athletic now, but even in the bubble 5 years ago, he was more athletic than he is now. Like, he was still like LeBron. Like, he was still doing
that guy. Still that guy.
But the one thing I was kind of like, okay, Luka and LeBron together. I know the 2 supercomputers of this generation. 2 of the 3, because Jokic is another one, supercomputer. They just see things before it happens. Like, they're just on a different planet from everybody else offensively and how they see the game. But you have them together now. Now you have no rim protection if you're the Lakers. Like, how does this help you? Defensively, you were already struggling, and you had AD in that backline. Now you don't have no backline help. Backline of defense, no defensive anchor. Like, and LeBron at this stage of his career, and Luka's not a defensive stalwart. Like, you guys are going to get blown by.
Jokic, barbecue chicken alert. It's raps.
Bro.
SGA dudes like that, they're killing you, bro. No one's stopping that, no matter what Luka and LeBron would do together.
Exactly. Yeah. When you play some of the elite teams, like with the elite guards in the league, like Shai Gilgeous, OKC, or De'Aaron Fox with the Spurs, we're going to get to him later. But when you play some of those guards who are quick, savvy, speedy, they're going to blow by you guys every time. Like, who's going to guard them? I know you have Dorian Finney-Smith in there. He's one of your best defending wings on that team. Jerry Vanderbilt when he gets back, like if he's healthy and stuff. But you need size too. You need someone who can crash the boards, who can protect the rim. I know you guys could potentially make another move. You guys still have that 2031 first round pick. Maybe Austin might want to trade Austin Reeves, but then again, you want to keep Austin Reeves because if Luka or LeBron get hurt, you still have that insurance of a guy who create his own shot.
Yeah,
Austin Reeves has proven that this season he's gotten better every year. He really is gotten consistent minutes, and that's something they have to really think about. Now, if you trade away your 2031 first round pick, it's like you're really just betting on Luka. And then one thing about your Lakers, you guys get lucky, man. You guys always get.
It's insane, man.
It was Kareem in '75 with the trade. You got Magic in the draft through the trade, do some crazy trade in 1979. Then in the mid-'90s, you get Shaq and Kobe. Shaq through free agency, which was like the biggest free agent signing in NBA history at the time. And then you get Kobe through a trade with the Charlotte Hornets. Like, and then you had Wilt Chamberlain in the 60s. You had Wilt Chamberlain in the 60s who paired with Jerry West and Elgin Baylor. Then you get Pau Gasol in like 07.
It's the same day as the Luka trade. Yeah, February 1st. I didn't even realize that until I saw it later on Instagram. February 1st.
Oh, with Pau Gasol?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And then
2025, February 1st, both days. Great.
Yeah. It was crazy. It happened on my brother's birthday, my older brother's birthday. Wow. It was crazy. Yeah, man. And then what, 2018, you seem like Lakers 2010s were horrible. Then you get LeBron out of nowhere in 2018.
Never expected it.
La La Land, build his brand and retire there. And then you get AD in a trade in 2019 to pair with LeBron, and then you guys win the title in 2020. And then 6 years later, you trade AD, and now you get another generational talent in Luka-Doncic. It's like the rich just keep getting richer. Like the Lakers can't keep pulling this off. I was listening to Bill Simmons, Celtics fan. He's like, how do they keep pulling this off? Like, no,
they got rings. They good. They ain't worried about us. Shoot.
Yeah, you guys don't really build through the draft. You guys are like a franchise who builds through trade and free agency.
Really.
Yeah, you guys really build through because you're a big market.
You get away with it.
You want to get attracted to want to play there.
For sure.
It's just like, wow. It's like, I don't know how you guys keep pulling this like Houdini.
I don't know. If people do a lot of, there's a lot of criticism that comes in, like Pelinka and obviously Jeannie Buss. But I mean, hey, all those trades you mentioned, all those moves, we've had first ballot Hall of Famers, and they've all resulted in championships. Obviously in the AD case, I thought we win more than one. I really did. I'm not even just saying as a fan. Just like you think that LeBron AD combo, I think the trade, we're trading for Russell Westbrook as great as much as I love Russell Westbrook. That fit.
That set you guys back.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
I didn't like the trade from get-go that night on the 2021 draft. I said this is not going to work. The night of, like I said, this is
balling in Denver. By the way, he balling.
Yeah, he balling. He fits better with Jokic. Anybody can see fit on Jokic. Jokic is just different.
Jokic
is just different.
He'll make it work.
But yeah, man, like I was like, okay, Luka and LeBron together, but they're both two ball dominant guys. They both need the ball, and they're both high usage rate players. They both have a usage rate of over 30%. I was looking at yesterday for their careers. Like these guys who really run the offense. Luka-Doncic is kind of a heliocentric type of guy. How is he going to adjust his? I feel like LeBron might adjust his game a little more because he's 40. He's probably going to. If I'm LeBron, I'm probably going to say, okay, I'm 40 years old. I kind of want to conserve my energy. Let me let this 25-year-old youngster run most of the offense. Yes, I'll still do it too, but let him handle most of the duties and the playmaking duties and running the offense because he's younger. And let me conserve my energy on be able to play better on the defensive end, and also when we need some spurts from me offensively. That's what I'm thinking if I'm LeBron, especially when you guys have no size now. LeBron, you're like the strongest guy on the team, probably outside of Jackson Hayes. And I know Jackson Hayes probably gonna be a starting five now, unless you get somebody better. And you guys have like a few days to do that because the trade deadline's Thursday. So that's gonna be interesting to see how you guys potentially get a big. Maybe try to get Nikola Vucevic from the Chicago Bulls or
Valanciunas
from the Nets. You got some time, but you got to make it quick though, because
coming up.
And what's surprising to me is like the what's called Mavericks. How you trade away this type of player? AD's great player, but he's not Luka's level. But he's also near the tail end of his prime. It's not like you're trading away Luka 25, not even entering his prime yet, and then he didn't even ask for a trade. And also, AD, it's not like he's trading away for a 25-year-old AD, 26-year-old who, like, when AD was coming to the league, everybody thought he was a generational talent, too. It's not like you're trading for him at the same age. If that was the case, okay, it'll be a little bit different.
For sure.
But he's about to be 32. He'll be 33 next year. Like, he's closer near the end than he is the beginning. Like, you got to think about that. Remember, he has even though he's been healthy, he has an injury history too.
Same with Kyrie.
Kyrie too, and Clay's not what he used to be. Like,
Yep.
some people are trying to say, "Oh, Nick Harrison thinks this is going to be a big three." Man,
nah, you gotta know better than that.
Kyrie, I think he's only the dynamic duo, Kyrie and AD. But we hope they can stay healthy because they do have injury history. I think they got a 2-year window in Dallas.
Oh yeah, that's it. Not much more than that.
Max. I think because remember Clay and all them. Clay is going to be 35 this year. Kyrie's about to be 33 in March, and then AD's about to be 32. They're all in their mid 30s. They ain't young pups no more. These ain't the guys from 10 years ago. This ain't 5 to 8 years ago when they were all in their primes. Like, these guys have gone through injuries. These guys, they have a lot of wear and tear on their bodies. And then even though I love all of them, they're all Hall of Famers, none of them are Luka.
And there's pressure, bro. They're the 9th seed in the West. Like, I was watching First Take this morning, and Stephen A's talking about, the Mavericks could finish first in the West. I'm like, how? You're I'm looking at it right now. You're 13 and a half games back. You're not winning enough games. You're 26-24. The Thunder are 38 now. Even though they beat the Mavericks, and the Mavericks are beating the Thunder in every game this season, but you're not finishing with the first record in the West, at the 1 seed. That's not happening. And there's a lot of pressure. You have 30 games left in the season. Is there enough time to gel? Well, one, can y'all get healthy? Obviously, AD's hurt right now. Can he come back healthy? And then with 30 games left, is that enough time to build chemistry to make a legit playoff run this season? To me, it's tough to look at it as a championship team this season. Obviously, you can see how things go this season. Stay healthy, see where you can get in the West. The West isn't as stacked as we thought it would be. There's some teams that fell off a little bit, mainly the Timberwolves, teams like that. Kings, we're going to get into De'Aaron Fox, but there's teams that aren't quite as good as we thought they'd be this year. So there is room to grow and make a run. But to me, it's more about, I would say, next season, what pieces they can add around a Kyrie and AD to really build a championship roster.
Yeah, man, that's going to be what's the interesting part. And the fact, one thing that really blew my mind and how seismic this trade is not even just Luka's age, but they got 1 first-round pick for Luka, bro. How does Mikal Bridges
go
5 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges, but you get for Luka? This is why you shop him, because he would have got the biggest haul in NBA history.
Easily.
What? And the fact that he was only specifically talking to the Lakers and Rob Pelinka. Remember, Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka have a long relationship because they were both associated with Kobe Bryant. Harrison was Kobe Bryant's marketing manager at Nike, and Pelinka was Kobe's agent throughout his career. So they've known each other for a long time. I think he was trying to stay loyal to the soil. That's what he was trying to do. He said, Rob, I bet he was probably want to do Rob a favor since they've known each other for so long. Because let's be real, if you want to think about, okay, on the other side of things, to defend his trade, he can be like, okay, if we say we did shop Luka, but who else would we have traded him for? That's worth it. Giannis in Milwaukee. Luka wouldn't have stayed in Milwaukee. I don't think Milwaukee would have taken Luka for Giannis because he probably wouldn't have signed the extension and want to stay there.
Exactly.
Luka for Tatum. The Celtics love Jason Tatum. He just won a title. He just won a title. He's the best player on the team, and he's in his prime too. He has another decade plus in this league. They wouldn't have traded for him. Denver ain't trading Jokic, that's for sure. And then Spurs ain't trading Wemby, and Wemby's contract doesn't even match up yet because he's still on his rookie contract.
Right.
So those are the things. Those are Shai Gilgeous for OKC. I love Shai, but even Luka's on another level from Shai.
Of course.
Those are on another level. Those guys, those are the only guys I can really think of. But then you want defense, right? So really, you only really think about Giannis and Tatum. That's really it. AD on the next level after that stars. Only guy who could really match up with what Nico Harrison wanted, which is defense win championships. AD has done that. And you pair him with Jason Kidd. Remember, Jason Kidd was part of that Lakers coaching staff that won the title. So him and AD have ties. So that kind of does make sense. So I can kind of see where he's thinking there. But I don't know if you saw the Instagram where those people had the casket with Luka. Luka,
bro, that was so crazy.
Oh, that was
so told me about that. I'm like, are you serious? I thought it was in somebody's backyard, just doing it as a joke.
Yeah.
People walking down the street.
American Airlines Center.
Bro, come on, man. That was crazy, bro.
That was wild. I was they were Luka was supposed to have a statue right next to Dirk.
He could have. That's how I thought it would have gone too. You know what I'm saying?
Someone said Dirk's probably thankful he got traded so he wouldn't break all his records.
Keep all his records. Hell yeah. They was going to get broke for sure.
Easily they were going to get broke. Even Dirk said Luka's better than him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Dirk said it. It's just a matter of time until he gets more accolades. They pass him on all-time lists.
Yeah,
Like,
get that championship. You
exactly.
ain't gonna have a better run though. That 2011 run is goated. You can't have a
Yeah.
better run than that.
Oh yeah, easily.
For sure.
But like the Mavericks, this is an organization that has proven they won a championship with a star player who wasn't a defensive stalwart than Dirk. How come you couldn't do the same thing with
Because you surrounded him with
Luka?
defense.
Yeah, you surrounded Luka with
Tyson
wings.
Chandler,
You surrounded him with key defensive pieces. You did that last year. You had PJ Washington. You had a second guy in Kyrie Irving. You have Derek Lively, rim runner, who's also a big body in the paint. Like you had all these guys. Like
just made the finals, bro.
yeah, you just made it. Like why are you gonna blow it up? This guy literally blew up. This guy has had so many clutch shots in his career. Remember, he destroyed the Clippers early in his career. Remember, he had that buzzer beater in the bubble.
I loved it.
The next year, he averaged 35 points per game in that 2021 series against Kawhi. Kawhi had the best two-way game of his career just to beat Luka, who was 22 at the time. Like, and then last year, he literally blew up the Minnesota Timberwolves big three core with Cat, Rudy Gobert, and Anthony Davis beating him in that series. And
that's where he shot
that game 2 shot where he hit over Rudy Gobert.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
He was talking junk.
Not that bad stuff, yeah.
I was like, yeah, Luka.
Well, yeah.
Like, he literally blew up that core because I thought Minnesota Timberwolves, they have not looked the same either this season since they traded away Cat. Remember, that was a big trade before the season started. Cat getting traded away to the New York Knicks with Julius Randle.
Made no sense.
And even that trade, I thought the Knicks won that trade.
Oh, easily.
Yeah,
easily
I thought the Knicks right away. I said Julius Randle does not fit with the Timberwolves. And in this instance, this is just a different level. Like, we've never seen anything like this. This is like a holy shit trade.
Oh, for sure. Like nah, you're not
nobody saw these stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you think the Lakers? What do you think like long term? What do you think? Because now the Lakers pretty much saying to LeBron, "Hey, LeBron, we love you, but you're near the end." We got to see if Luka does end up signing. Yes, he won't get the Supermax anymore, but will he sign the extension this summer?
Right.
How do you think they should build around Luka going forward?
I mean, the good part about it is when you say building around Luka, at least you have a 25-year
franchise piece for like after post LeBron era.
It resets everything as far as your timeline because I was you had LeBron, you had AD, and I loved AD, but there were conversations about can this guy really be the 1A because there were a lot of times where LeBron was pushing him to be that 1A, and a lot of times there was like just a lack of either willingness or it just wasn't something missing.
Like he didn't have that consistent dog.
Yeah, exactly. But Luka, you're not gonna have that problem. Obviously, the main thing is to me is number one, two things you need. Number one, you need defense around Luka. Like you mentioned, how the Mavs build defense around Dirk. You need to build defense around Luka. And then if I'm Luka, that's what I want to see as far as how you handle it. One, you got to feel disrespected. So I want to see Luka come out and be a dog like he always has.
When Luka has that FU in him, like, oh, you guys
have to have that.
Wasn't worthy of the Supermax? You guys thought
the money. Me? Talk about you being in shape. Your dad was coming out defending you about how to.
That's a lot of fire in his ass, man. I'm telling you, this trade, he's gonna learn from LeBron. I feel like, and he's gonna get in better shape
for sure.
And then the Mavericks are gonna be scratching their heads like this is the most self-inflicted wound I've ever seen. Like
easily.
The Mavericks, the next 10 years, this guy was supposed to be the next 10, 15 years for you guys.
And then they lost Brunson before that. Don't forget about how Brunson's showed up in New York.
Bro. I've been seeing on social media generational fumble.
Oh, sure. The
Mavericks, like, especially like backcourt for the future with Brunson and him. And remember, they had Porzingis too.
Yeah.
All those guys.
That didn't work as good as I thought it could have because of his injury history and stuff like that. But now, like, if you don't win a championship, the Mavericks, it's going to be
next year. Then this is going to be. You look back and you're going to really regret this,
for sure.
Especially if Luka ends up becoming like winning multiple titles and MVPs and stuff that we expect him to become. Like this guy, now that he's at the Lakers, he might be the next face of the league.
Oh, for sure. If he wasn't already,
he's already a global superstar. He's going to get even more marketing, more global appeal because it's the Laker brand.
Yep.
And that's what's enticing to me. And only thing that I would say that could defend the Luka trade is if he turns out to be like Joel Embiid, like a superstar, like with the Sixers, who great superstar, but there's always been issues with his conditioning stuff and then injury history. If he goes down that route where he never gets into shape and he continues to get injured, and then we wonder, oh man, is this guy worth this money? Then that's the only defense you can have. But even then,
Luka already made 2 conference finals and NBA finals.
Yeah, at least he's done that. Like he's done more than Embiid has. Embiid's a great player, but Luka's done even more than him.
For sure.
So That's the only thing I say. If he goes down the Embiid route, then okay, that looks like a
Maybe,
justifiable
yeah.
trade. But more likely than not, that's most likely not going to happen.
No, for sure. I don't think that.
So that I was thinking for me, like, first of all, how you don't shop him? How you not get a bigger haul for Luka Doncic?
It's short sighted to me to at least consider other. I mean, I get obviously AD is a great player. I see why you'd want him, but to not at least see what your options could have been, I think to me it's short sighted for a GM who hasn't done to me a great job. So overall,
it's going to go down as the biggest probably debacle in NBA history.
I want to see how Cuban reacted, because Cuban, you heard the quote about him, right? How he said, "I trade my wife before I trade Luka."
He's the one who's the one who got Luka in that draft in 2018. They traded for the Hawks. He's the one who got Luka.
Hell yeah!
Oh man, that was his prized possession. That was his darling.
Yep.
That was his baby that he drafted, and then he's seen him grow up through he was the successor to Dirk.
Absolutely.
Really seamless transition from one generation to the next.
Yep.
Yeah,
perfect
man.
Transition. Then you get rid of him. So.
I know. I don't know that Jason Kidd.
Bro, Jason Kidd was like
really angry. I know he was holding it in. I know he was trying to keep.
He was so quiet, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the wrong thing.
He mentioned that he's trying to. He said, just trying to, we got to move on. It's a business, but I know deep down he's like, this idiot.
For real. And then how the players reacted too, because players are like, yo, like, man, like, but if we want to leave, it's a problem. But if the organization, makes the best move for the organization, then no, that's a great decision. Like, no, bro.
Yeah, and then like players around the league were shocked too. Like Devin Booker and Kevin Durant found out from fans, and they were like, no way.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kevin Durant said, this is real. Yep. And Kevin Durant was like, yo, if Luka get traded, nobody's
untouchable.
If someone of caliber of him, like this shows like the league has changed, man. I feel like part of it's the second apron, like. Now with the cap not being flexible and all that, and Mavs, they were terrified that Luka was not going to be in shape, and they didn't want to give him all that money, $350 million, 5-year supermax. And they think his conditioning, they've been frustrated internally for the last few years, telling him like, "Yo, stay in shape, this and that." But even though he's not in shape, he's still dropping 39 and 9. He's not even in shape. He shot 33-9 last year. He switched that, and he's not in shape. Imagine if he was in shape. He'd probably be dropping 35, 36, almost 40 a game.
Yeah, man.
Like you don't trade that. You don't get a generational player like that every day, every year. They come around probably once, twice every 10 years.
For real. It's crazy because I thought the biggest move of like this whole trade deadline stuff that's coming up would have been Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler.
We gotta be kicking rocks right now. How is someone like AD and Luka, who didn't even want to get traded, and Jimmy Butler's been throwing out this whole freaking soap opera for like the last month or two, getting suspended, losing money and all that. Yeah, he still ain't traded.
He could have gone to the Warriors. Apparently, they're trying to.
He didn't want to sign the extension. He know that he didn't want to stay here and sign the extension. Like
it don't make.
What do you want to go to the Wizards? Play with a trash team?
Shanghai Sharks? Like what do you what? What do you want?
There's a rumor though the Suns are trying to really make a move for him, so keep an eye for that.
They need to.
Yeah,
they're not good right now.
Yeah, because the Memphis Grizzlies, they don't want him. Houston Rockets, he doesn't fit their timeline. The last best bet is the Suns. He fits their timeline. They're trying to win now, so we'll see what happens the next few days if they do make that move. But
I don't see it making a big difference, though. Honestly, I mean, the Suns. I don't see them winning a championship with even if you switch out a Beal for a Butler. I don't see.
Yeah, because even if you do get that, your center position is still weak. Nurkic, you need
Nurkic is not doing
something for him. I don't know if you're gonna get something for him. So
exactly.
Yeah, so even then, it's still gonna be an issue. So yeah, that's just something. I give this an A+ grade for the Lakers. Great trade. You get your future successor to LeBron. You have your next generation set up. You don't have to worry because, like you said, they were worried about. Okay, after LeBron, is AD our guy? Like, are we going to sell that to Lakers fans? Because remember, the Clippers got a new big dome. They're thinking about the competition. Clippers got the Intuit dome, which everybody said it's amazing. So it looked it's amazing. And Clippers have been doing better than everybody expected. So the Clippers are actually formidable. They're actually going to be in the playoffs. So that's a good sign. And Lakers are thinking, okay, long term, when LeBron, he's probably going to retire after next season, maybe. So long term, like when LeBron's gone, who are we going to sell? Like Anthony Davis, is he going to put butt in seats? And the cast of characters we have around him, AD, who's a guy who has injury history, going to already be 33 years old. Well, we need to make a move. And I'm thinking, said, hey, No, actually, the Mavericks called him.
Yeah,
They
he called him.
He called it.
Robin didn't think it was serious. He thought it was a joke.
Which is crazy. Like, he initiated the trade.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, Rob Sigler really pretty much said, I know he had to say, wait, you're serious? I know he had to say that. He said, wait, you're gonna give up Luka? They said, wait, really? I know he had to put that phone on mute and like do a little dance.
Yeah.
When that trade went through. I was just at a loss of words. Words.
Bro.
I know I've seen some crazy stuff in my short 24 years on the world. LeBron going to the Heat, KD going to the Warriors, KD getting traded to the Suns. I know Paul George, Kawhi to the Clippers.
Oh my goodness,
man, this tops all that.
For sure, bigger than
all that.
For sure,
this tops all that. So, Dallas fans, I mourn for you. I really do. Like, they limited their comments on the Dallas Mavericks page. Yes, I checked yesterday. Comments are limited.
I didn't even know that, bro.
It's bad. That's how you know they know they messed up, bro.
It's fine.
It's crazy. I'm just like, the Lakers, they didn't though. They're like happy. They're like, yeah, they're like,
but still, I mean, we got a generation of players.
Still got to make some moves. Still need rim protection. Still need defense and stuff like that. So you guys still need to make some moves. I don't think you guys will be title contenders this year.
No,
but maybe if you could get another big, hey, if you could get Nick Claxton or something or another big, you could be up there, man. You guys could probably because you and him and LeBron, Luka and LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You just need some good shooters and a rim protector and a lob finisher, and you're good.
Solid, you're
good. I think next year and the year after, you'll be more dangerous once you get some more like off season to really get stuff. But I think short term this helps the Mavericks more, but long term they're gonna kick themselves in the
long term. It's up for the Lakers. It's up.
Yeah. Luka is here for the now and the future.
Yep, the
AD is more just for the now. He's already going to be 32. He's pushing his mid-30s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm going to give the Mavericks... I saw someone give them an F.
Nah.
Yeah, I give the Mavericks a D+, only because of AD. That's it.
I was going to say C, because AD can be getting slighted a little bit. People acting like they traded for like Kendrick Perkins,
like a scrub, like he's not an all-time great Hall of Famer.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he's a scrub, like he's not an all-time. That shows you how good Luka is, though. Like that shows you how good he is.
I didn't want to trade AD.
Anthony Davis, perennial All-NBA, All-Defense. Again, everybody's saying, "Oh, this is a bad trade for the Mavericks. This is like terrible." Like that's how you know how good Luka is.
Luka's a dog.
That's crazy.
Come back
I'm gonna give it like a C- D+. Only because of AD. Only because of AD. But we'll see what the Mavericks do. Because if they get bounced out in the first round, second round, Nico Harrison, your job, you better be looking for a new job.
Bro, they'll be on LinkedIn.
Get them,
boy.
Yo, this is the same guy that didn't sign Stephen Curry to the Nike because he botched the presentation. Young Stephen Curry.
That was him. At the time, I didn't realize. I was like, "Oh yeah, you wear Nike, yeah, bro."
Yeah, it was him. So it shows you, like, the type of what's going on in that noggin. I'm like kind of wondering. Some people said there's conspiracy theories, like, oh, the league wanted this for ratings for the Lakers because the ratings are down. LeBron's got to retire. You know, the league needed a new face. They got to keep the Lakers relevant. You know, did Adam Silver get into this? Did he want this? Like,
that's ridiculous.
There were people like, oh, why did AD waive his trade kicker? Didn't he have a no trade clause? Clutch was involved. Nico Harrison, they have ties. It's all. LeBron didn't even know about this. LeBron didn't know either. He was going to dinner with his wife at the Knicks game after dropping like a triple double. Yeah, he was like, wait, what? What happened? Like, none of the players, LeBron, AD, Luka, were all caught off guard. Everybody. So that's why this was so appalling. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out down the line. But the next thing I want to get into is man, the Spurs, man. They made a move. He got some help. He got his teammate tag along partner now. The Aaron Fox was traded away. Man, what a day for trades, man. We got the Luka-AD trade. Now the Aaron Fox going to the Spurs and he's gonna be joined by the Spurs with Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings, this is a 3-team trade deal with the Kings and the Chicago Bulls. So the Kings get Zach LaVine, Tadeusz Sosco, 2025 first-round pick from the Charlotte Hornets, which I heard was like top 10, 4 to 10 protected. The Hornets are really bad, so that pick's probably not going to be that valuable because they're probably going to get a top 3-4 pick. 2027 first-round pick from the Spurs, I don't think that pick's going to be that valuable because by then I expect the Spurs to be one of the best teams in the league. And MMB is going to be even better along with Fox. That's gonna be. I don't think that pick's gonna be very high for the Kings. 2031 first round pick from the Timberwolves. That might be valuable because we don't know if Anthony Edwards is gonna stay there that long. So we don't know how that's gonna play out. They got the 2025 second round pick from the Nuggets, 2028 second round from the Bulls, and their own 2028 second round pick back. That's for the Kings and the Bulls. They get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and they get their own first round pick this year's draft back from the Spurs. So what now, man? I know, and the one thing that surprised me the most, the Spurs, they didn't give up really any key assets. Like
Not
they
at
didn't
all.
give
Right.
up Devin Vassell, they didn't give up Jerry Sohan, they didn't give up Keldon Johnson or Stephon Castle. There are
Or Chris
four
Paul.
other Julian Champagny.
Mhm.
Like they didn't give any of those key young assets. I thought I was gonna see one of those guys in the trade deal. When I saw De'Aaron Fox got traded 3-team deal trade with the Spurs, I thought, oh, okay, maybe one of those guys are included.
Yeah,
They
like a
didn't trade
swap
any of
for
that.
sure.
And then on Tankathon, they still kept the Hawks pick.
Mhm.
They have the Hawks draft pick in this year's draft, and the Hawks have
They're
been worse than
struggling.
everybody projected. Now they have Jalen Johnson out. They're going to plummet
Yeah,
even more. So
for
that's going to be
sure.
a very high valuable pick, and they didn't have to give that up either. So they kept a lot of their assets, and they honestly, the Kings got kind of fleeced.
You did.
Like,
You did.
they
I'm so
give
disappointed
De'Aaron
in
Fox,
Kings, though.
and they didn't have to give any of their young assets up, and they kept their veterans too. Harrison Barnes still there, and Chris Paul. That's what shocked and the Spurs are a team. They're not really known for historically wise making like trades like this.
Nah.
Yo, 1V. If I'm 1V right now, I'm ecstatic.
Oh, you got to be excited, bro. I mean, it's
Bro.
a big pickup. De'Aaron Fox, one of the best players in the league, all NBA caliber guard. It's disappointing.
Time of his career, 27.
Exactly.
He fits their timeline.
It's disappointing to see how it went with the Kings, though, because I thought the Kings could have been a really good team this year. I mean, they had that kind of, I guess you say, short little window. We know they had the beam, you know what I'm saying, that they were playing the Warriors in the first round and lost, but you thought they'd build for the future and really be a good team. You got Sabonis, who's another All-NBA caliber player. DeMar DeRozan's a beast who they got in free agency. I'm surprised they're as bad as they've been. They fired Mike Brown, who I thought was an excellent coach. Doug Christian came in and made a little bit of a run, had him playing a little bit better, but just it's still not good enough. And De'Aaron Fox started writing on the wall where, obviously he didn't sign that extension. And I had a feeling, honestly, I knew when he didn't sign that extension, that's a little bit, tricky situation. He might be looking to move, and here we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what initiated all this.
Mm-hmm.
Fox said pretty much before the season, hey guys, trade me because I'm not signing that extension. Because he knew this team didn't have
Right,
a championship. Like they're all offense, but no defense. Like they don't have the pieces to win a title. And he knows like he's in his prime right now. You gotta cherish this while you have it.
For sure.
And he knows the league, like he's gonna be 28 this year. He's not far from 30. So, and he's in the best years of his career right now, playing the best ball of his career. He wants to be in a position where he can win, and he knows Wemby wants to win. He sees that guy in the 7'4" French monster, who's the best defender in the league and a two-way force we've never seen. And he wants to pair up with that guy. He said, "Man, if I can play with that guy, while he continues to develop into his prime, and they kept their young assets, and those guys are going to continue to grow and build too. And you have some veterans there too. Paul, he might play another year after this year. And you have Harrison Barnes, who's won a championship with the Warriors. He has playoff experience. Him and Paul are playoff battle tested. You have those guys. That's a great mixture right there, Cass. I think this team can make a real push now in the playoffs, man.
Me too.
Real push. Maybe not this year or next year, but I think
by a little back right now.
Yeah, I think
playing for sure. I don't know about making outside out to that 6, but they're definitely a playing team.
Playing yet.
Easy money.
Like not this year or next year, maybe 2027. They could really. If Fox signs that extension, which I think he will.
Oh yeah,
yeah, because he said he was going to leave for the Spurs anyway, and the Kings they don't want him to leave and then get nothing back for him. Yeah, that's the last thing you want. Lose your star player, nothing back, no picks, nothing. That's the last thing you wanted. So, yeah, to get him, I think they're going to be a title contender maybe in 2 years from now.
I agree. Just add some more pieces with him, and you got it.
Yeah, and get some playoff experience. Get some, you need those battle wounds, those growing pains. Learn how the playoff atmosphere is. That's kind of how you see it. That's kind of how the process goes. You're usually bad. You get some pieces, valuable young players. You grow with them. They go through the growing pains, go through the playoff battles, and eventually, like we saw with the Celtics, they built from the draft up.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they built around them. Got some key trades. They got Porzingis. They got Drew Holiday. They got Derek White in the trade as well, and they built around them. They're two dynamic dual wings, and look, they ended up winning the title. They're like the blueprint right now. Same with OKC, but they built through the draft, and they got Shea in that honestly, that trade is looking back as one of the
Oh
biggest
my god,
heists of
Paul
all
George
time.
trade, bro.
Kawhi Leonard's been injured, and then Paul George ended up leaving, and it just never worked out in LA with the Clippers. It just never.
And
The
they should
injuries
trade
just
him,
ruined
bro.
everything, and the load management. So, and then look what Shea's turned out to be, like one of the best
MVP.
scorers and best players in the league, perennial MVP candidate.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody saw Shea becoming this. Nobody saw Shea. Nobody saw Shea becoming this. So yeah, and one thing about this too is I think it's gonna be a great pick and roll game with him and Wemby and Fox. I looked up on NBA.com. Wemby's ranked like 7th in pick and roll man points per game as a pick and roll man of players who played at least 25 games or more minimum. Because I didn't want to include Joel Embiid and Mark Williams because Joel Embiid's only played 13 games this season.
No,
Mark Williams only played 21, so I didn't want to include them. I wanted more of a bigger sample size, 25 or more. Yeah, Wemby is 7th in pick and roll man,
it's
and
gonna go up now.
I think that's going to skyrocket. Yeah, with Aaron Fox, his speed, and also his score. Remember, this guy is a scorer too. This guy can score. This guy's averaging 25, 6 assists, and like 5 rebounds per game. This guy's 26, 6 and 5. Like this guy is a baller, man. And I think he's going to alleviate a lot of pressure off Wemby on the offensive end. Teams now going to have to double Fox because of his speed, his dynamic ability to get out on the open floor, and that's going to get easy allows for Wemby. That's going to open up the whole game for him, man. One thing I'm worried about is their spacing, the shooting. They don't have elite shooters on this team, but defensively, this team is going to be scary, man. Because De'Aaron Fox, they don't call him Swipe for the Fox for no reason, man.
Yes,
He gets in those passing lanes. He can stay with his man. Wemby, you have the ultimate defensive anchor down there who covers up so much ground like we've never seen before in the league. And you have other guys that play hard on the defensive end like Keldon Johnson, Stephon Castle. He's known for his defense back to his UConn days. Like you have a whole cast of characters who can play on the defensive end. Yeah, I'm just, man, if I'm the Spurs, man, at least one team in Texas has common sense.
Hey, they're going to be a dangerous playing team, bro. They're not going to be an easy. I would love to see, bro, a Texas matchup. So let's say if the Rockets stay at 2, you get the Spurs at 7. Sengun versus Wemby. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I'll choose the Spurs probably in 6 in that series.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fox and Wemby.
Yeah,
Wemby, and then you have Chris Paul has experience and Harrison Barnes. Remember, I love the Rockets, but they don't have a superstar. They don't have like Sengun's a star, but Wemby's on another
star. Yeah, there's no.
He's going to shut down that paint. I agree. One thing
I love the
Spurs. Oh yeah, definitely. One thing I think the Spurs could use is they need a shooter.
Yes.
They can probably still make some moves because they still have a lot of assets, a lot of key draft picks. But they did lose some draft capital, but they still have some. They could also use another big body behind Wemby. They could use another more girthy center, stuff like that. So when he needs a break, they can use that. Yeah. They just gave away Zach Collins. He was slender, but then again, he was skinny, but he also gave him a break. You need another reliable center off the bench that they could use. Just when Wemby needs a break, okay, you're not losing so much production. You're gonna lose something because there's nobody like Wemby, but you need another reliable backup.
Alien.
So a shooter and a reliable big man off the bench. If they get that, man,
they're gonna be dangerous, bro.
Exciting.
I'm excited to watch him.
Yeah, I think Fox. I don't know if he could be your number 2 on a title team, maybe a number 3. So they probably do need another like a legit number 2 guy who could be that number 2 behind Wemby. A wing guy. Yeah. So we'll see what moves they make or who they end up drafting. Like if the Hawks keep plummeting, remember you don't need the best odds to win. Like the Hawks won the draft lottery last year, they didn't even have the best odds to win it. Yeah. And this is a much better draft this year. So say they get a top 3 pick, and they get like a man. If they imagine they get the number 1 pick. Oh, man.
That'd be crazy.
Cooper and Wemby.
I'm from DC. I see the Wizards all the time because I go to games. Wizards are awful. They need Cooper.
They need a Cooper. They need someone they can market. They need a Cooper
body, bro.
Or Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. They need one of those guys. They need a guy they can
post, bro.
Yeah, they need one of those 3 guys. They need one of those guys. They could be like, okay, fans, we can sell this to you. This is our guy, one of our guys for the future. And if I'm the Wizards, I'm taking these next 2 drafts because these next 2 drafts are really good. 2025 is good. 2026 at the top might be even better. Like franchise, Aiden Dabonsa, Cameron Boozer. You have
Boozers,
you have Native Ment, like you have Darren Peterson, like those guys, man. If I'm the Wizards, the next 2 drafts tank because I'm not sure about 2027 yet. I'm kind of looking like a draft to me, but these next 2, you got to take and try to get your franchise guy.
You gotta get it right, man, because it's bad.
Because the
You saw the
Wizards,
Commanders did. They made, they went from bad to good. So I mean, hey, Wizards, y'all can eventually do the same thing. Y'all get y'all draft right.
look at the Pistons right now. Pistons, they should be the blueprint.
I like them. Pistons are doing
They
good.
went from they were the laughing stock of the league last year, 28 game losing streak, NBA like record.
Kate
Now
Cunningham,
they might
bro.
be playing.
Kate Cunningham all over here.
They might even lock in a playoff spot.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, they're right there. They're right
I
there.
had also about it. They'll be a playoff team. I said that back in like November, I think it was. Yeah, but they'll be a playoff team.
He's now shown why he was #1 pick. He has come of age as the franchise star, and it's a beautiful sight to behold. Because I always thought Cade had the potential and talent to be an all-time great, and now he's kind of realizing his potential fully now. A full season where he's healthy, and now he has some solid pieces around him. Because Cade was always that dude. I watched him at Montverde, and I saw him at Oklahoma. I followed his journey, and he's gotten more efficient now. He's game has seemed to slow down for him, and it's just beautiful to see, man. And he's a jumbo-sized guard. He's 6'7", bro.
Yeah, smooth game, bro.
He can see over the top of the defense.
Yep.
He can see a lot of things that most
6'5", right?
Nah, he's 6'7", man.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, he's like Luka size, 6'7", 6'8".
Damn. Sure.
Yeah, he's a jump. That's why he was compared to like kind of like a poor man's Luka coming out.
Yeah.
Like jumbo-sized guard. And he has a great solid post-up game. I like how he utilizes his size.
Old school game.
Try to post guys up because most guards are not going to be bigger than him. But yeah, that's why I always tell I said something about LaMelo Ball. I hope he uses his size more, 6'8". But
you got to play it.
LaMelo Ball's not as stocky and strong as Cade.
Yeah, he's quicker.
Yeah, but yeah, if I'm Charlotte, if I'm Washington, Utah, those teams, I'm looking at Detroit as a blueprint. Like, yo, look how did they change? And then JB Bickerstaff has done a great job too. So
shout out to him for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this Luka-AD trade was, man, this was the biggest probably trade deadline in NBA history. You got the Luka-AD trade that shocked the whole sports world. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes
went down, bro.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes is from Dallas, Texas. He was like, "Wait, what?" He's like,
"Yeah."
Yeah, he was disappointed because he loved Luka. During the offseason, he was always at courtside in the Mavericks game. Yeah, he would go during the offseason when the football season's over. He would go. Now I don't know if he's still going to go.
Still go, bro.
Nah. He might still go see Kyrie. Kyrie's there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
he got Luka no more.
Yeah, and even Devin Booker, KD were shocked. Like, Giannis thought it was fake too. Like,
cool. Yeah. I told my friend, no, this is not real. There's no way.
Yeah, man. And then the Fox trade. Now I think this is a plus trade for the Spurs.
For sure.
I can't wait to see how him and Wemby, once they get their chemistry together, it might take some time, but I don't know if it clicks right away. But once they do get it down, league watch out. This is what I wanted for him.
They're gonna be fun to watch
too, which I love. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's gonna be exciting. The NBA just got really, really spicy when they needed a little. They were talking about the ratings on that. I think they'll get ratings.
Up now. Come on now.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna get ratings now.
How many good teams to watch right now, bro? You got to tune. I got League Pass, so for me, the Spurs might be my League Pass team to watch, bro. Because they're gonna be fun.
Oh, bro, man. I have a Fire Stick, so I have streaming, so I get to see all the games. I can see all the games. Yeah. So I don't get blocked.
Oh yeah. That's not about League Pass.
Yeah, I don't get blocked. Fire Stick's the way to go, man. TV mate, shout out TV mate.
Yes,
yeah, Phil, this has been great, man. I said we had to speak about this because there's a lot going on. I said I gotta do a little quick pod too on it, man.
Yes, sir.
Tell the people they can find your work, man.
Man, check me out. Wilson Way Sports Network. Got new articles coming out on a weekly basis. Wilson Way Sports newsletter. Also, just started a YouTube channel, Wilson Way Sports Talk. Check me out on there. I'll have my man DJ as a guest on there as well. So check me out real soon, man.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's my guy, Philip Wilson, Wilson Way Sports Network. Wanted to react to some of these big trades that's been going on in NBA lately. And if you're a basketball fan right now, you can't help but be excited because, man, if you're a basketball fan who was kind of, the league was mundane, now we got a lot of excitement. So gear up. It's going to be an exciting journey and see what happens this postseason.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's host DJ Hamilton, DJ Sports Show, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.